Hey, it's Aaron Kushler and welcome to another video from Fossa Athletic. In today's video, we're going to cover 3 things that are absolutely going to derail your progress, and chances are you probably don't even know that these things are happening. So if you are trying to lose weight, you're trying to lose body fat, and nothing seems to be working, these 3 could be working against you without you actually realizing it. So the first one is not using strategic snacks. And notice on here, I've underlined strategic. When most people think of their nutrition when it comes to fat loss, the immediate thing is that they realize is, well, hey, I'm snacking on all this food that's probably not good for me. And therefore the whole term of snacking gets put in the, I should just cut this out altogether basket. The problem with doing that is more often than not, people fall into a trap where they're thinking that if I just restrict all the amount of food that I'm eating, that I must lose weight. And what tends to happen is they will eventually skip breakfast, they'll skip lunch, and they won't eat until later on in the day. And then what happens 9 times out of 10 is they're so hungry from throughout the day, they get home from work, maybe they've had a stressful day at the office, or they've got a physical job or a very stressful job, and they reach for things that are quick and easy. These are convenient foods. They're not necessarily good for you, but they're just quick. They're there. You've got like a stash at home that you can just go to and grab food, and that's immediately replacing that energy. What we want to be doing is using strategic snacks throughout the day to keep our energy up when we need it most. So throughout the day is when you're going to need the energy. So if we have strategic snacks, throughout the day, these can be, healthy snacks like a piece of fruit. Maybe we're looking at having a protein shake throughout the day. It doesn't have to be a big meal, but that's going to give you enough energy so that by the time you get to later on in that day, you're not going to be reaching for things that you normally would. So things like bags of chips or really quick, convenient options. So we're going to be sort of eliminating that problem by moving it to another time and using strategic snacks. So that would be the first one. Number 2 is drinking calories. You would be surprised at how many times, like no doubt you've done a food journal before, you've tracked, things that you've eaten, maybe just write it down. But 9 times out of 10, you're not writing the liquids that you're drinking, unless it's like a big, a thick shake or a smoothie or something that is, hey, this has got extra calories in it. But things like coffee, with an extra sugar or extra milk in it. So a latte, for example, those little calories, they start to add up. If you're having multiple drinks throughout the day that have got calories in them, they start to add up really quickly. And more often than not, cutting down on these things or replacing them with other options that are lower in calories can actually start to allow you to make progress quicker. So that is a trap that a lot of people fall into. It's very easy to overlook, but it can be very easy to fix at the same time by just replacing some of those drinks that you're having. And that includes alcohol as well. So if we're consuming alcohol when we get home from work as a way to de-stress, that's adding calories to our whole consumption as well. Number 3, by far, this is probably one of the biggest problems that we solve with a lot of our clients. One of the things that we get people to do is actually track. We use a system of having like a little checklist each day that I've had enough water throughout the day. Hydration is super important. You've probably heard that before, that it's, really important, but on a practical level, most people aren't drinking enough water. And what tends to happen is when you don't have enough water and you're not hydrated, you're not going to be thinking properly. Your stress levels go up because your body's under stress. You're not giving it what it actually needs, and you're not going to be feeling very good. When we're not feeling very good or we're not thinking straight, we're less likely to want to do things like go for a walk or, go out at lunchtime and just walk around a little bit, get some fresh air. We're more inclined to sit still and, conserve energy because that's what our body is telling us to do. So hydration is a huge one. The more water we can drink and the more hydrated we feel, the better we're going to feel. And that's going to lead us to doing activities that are going to contribute to us losing weight. So guys, if you are making one of these 3 mistakes, even if you don't realize it, there are some ways that you can ultimately work that back. And hopefully in today's video, we covered some of those. So guys, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.